We're gonna do a maintenance on a carrier. See, Kingo Services, air heating and cooling. We're gonna work on this carrier. Open the screws on the bottom. There's gonna be screw on top, and then we just go ahead and pop your cover off. This particular unit, homeowner has home warranty, so we're just gonna do a maintenance just so everything passes. What I like to do here is just get a rag and clean this off. Make sure the power is off. No power, so we can go ahead and put it back on. Discharge the capacitor, discharge it by touching the leads together, fan and compressor. We're gonna set that to microfarads, 0.74 on the fan side. So we're gonna go ahead and just cover it back up. Contactor's a little bit worn out. Go ahead and inspect the rest of the unit. We'll come back and tell her about the capacitor, maybe the contactor, and then we'll get this taped up. Alright, let's go ahead and check the furnace. Went ahead and turn the heater on, and everything seems to be working fine. Just gonna let it run for a little bit. Alright, everything seems to be working. What we're gonna do now is open the cover for your electrical quarter. Now there should be a door switch back here. As soon as this cover opens, everything should shut. Okay, so the door switch is bypassed. So they went ahead and bypassed the door switch, and we're gonna go ahead and just take off the awful heat. That way we have the fan running. So when I disconnected this white one right here, that it shuts off the call for heat coming from the thermostat. The burners turn off. What we want the air fan to be circulating the hot air out. So we're gonna go ahead and turn off the attic switch. So we're gonna clean the flame rod sensor, and we're gonna clean the orifice. This is orifice hole that always gets clogged up. Two maintenance things that you have to do for your furnace. It's gonna be your attic switch. Make sure that's not off. Make sure your flame rod sensor is clean. Take off the hose. Hook it with thermostat wire. Make sure that's free. Because those 3 things that always break on when it's time to turn on your heaters. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the furnace switch, and first thing we're gonna do is remove this flame rod sensor. 1/4 inch, but we need an extension. Go ahead and remove the flame rod sensor. There should be no power here, but if you want to check it, just go ahead and you can check. That's neutral, and that's all these whites are all neutral. They're all connected together, so you can just grab one and then grab the power. The flame rod sensor. First of all, if you have the unit running, it's a little bit hot. Go ahead and grab some money. I have this lucky $2 bill here. And you wanna just make sure you don't wanna get just clean it good. You don't wanna get skin oil in here. Just get all the soot out.
If you were to leave it, what would happen?
Leave it dirty? You touch it, your skin oil get on here. With the fire, it creates soot faster. So you want to just keep it clean and dry. You just want to make sure everything's clean and dry. So we're gonna go ahead and connect the back, and then insert the flame rod sensor. And then you want to make sure it's at the right position, and the correct position was right over the flame where it comes out here. We're gonna go ahead and put the screw back on. Second thing we're gonna check is your orifice hole here. Now this hole here is kind of tricky. Sometimes it's really hard to get out and really hard to put back on. So we're just gonna kind of wiggle it a little bit. Like brittle, it's actually pretty good. We're gonna get some thermostat wire. So this thermostat wire, we're gonna go ahead and stick it in that hole to make sure it's clear, and then we want to insert our hose back on. So we check the flame rod, we check the orifice, and now we're gonna check our capacitor. This type of fan doesn't have a capacitor. It's what you call a variable speed, or it's not a PCS motor, which is a capacitor. I don't quote me on the name, but it just doesn't have a capacitor. So we're gonna put this wire back on. Now, once we put the wire back on, it's gonna turn on. So. That's our inducer running.
With the noise?
Yeah, it sounds like it's grinding a little bit too much. Heaters in Houston really don't have to be replaced for about 15 years, so we'll just clean it up, make sure everything looks good on it, and then put it back. There's no capacitor on the motor because usually the motors go out because it gets used year round. So the way to do is just you can amp it out and see what your amperage is on it. Really quick, I'm gonna get the amperage on this fan just because the motor's a little bit older. I'm gonna set this to amperage. Usually the black wire is like 3.5, checked it with the door closed, 3.6, 2.6, it's okay. These fan motors use a lot less electricity. They're more expensive to replace them, but to run them is more efficient. And you go ahead and put your screws back on. Gotta put our door, bottom lid goes in first. Now we can check the evaporator form. Drain pan is rusted over here.
Oh man, what is that?
Here?
Is that mold?
Where?
That's not mold, right?
Where?
Is that black?
This?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the water that comes out of here is cold, so you're gonna see type of like mildew type of thing. I could tell it's been leaking water here. It's not rusted through, so it's okay. This coil's a little bit older. I mean, there's not much really we can do to it, but just make sure the drain line is not clogged up. We would have to install like a bow valve to clean that out as far as this goes. And then we're gonna check for protection. I like to get around you. That way it could look like it's been maintenance. There is some dirt on the evaporator there. We can go ahead and tell her about doing the rims. Besides that, everything is good. Options, and then we'll move. Okay, we'll be right back.
That's the new one?
Black is always on the left side.
Black is always from where?
Left side.
Glory, yeah, glory, yeah. Troy was falling apart. I was blind and couldn't see. Glory, gotta reach the glory. Gotta reach the glory. Gotta reach the glory. Gotta reach the glory. Yeah, glory. Yeah, Troy was falling apart. I was blind and couldn't see. Glory, gotta reach the glory. Gotta reach the glory. Gotta reach the glory. Gotta reach the glory. Yeah, glory. Yeah, Troy was falling apart. I was blind and couldn't see.
Message, keep your head up. I say, don't let it up. Put the lid up, put it up, hit your home to give you a lot
a
of
blue.
long ride. Wake up, we give life. The message is strong, we crashing, we are not alone. I say, hold on, photos undo to the ink will be blessed, will be. The heavenly Father was I, cause if I was Christ, I give my life. For those that live in me, cry. For those that Christ is me. Listen to here, we want the best is wrong.
Gonna clean up and we're done. Did the flow switch, wired it up to the car. And we're gonna pour some cleaning solution down. Thank you for watching.
In a position with God election, righteous, for the grace still have been saved. And this may not be choosing, but God choosing.
And the unit is running. off and just